Hello, my name is Gary Stephen, and I have run a solo independent allergy practice for the past 10 years. Medformix has powered my office since I opened the doors, and I'd like to share with you some of what I find to be the most helpful with this system. The main reasons I chose Medformix 10 years ago was that they had already been in business for 20 years. It has customized sections specific to allergies, such as skin testing and immunotherapy, and it has its own fully integrated practice management system together with the EMR. Right now, you're comparing several systems, but I don't have anything to tell you about how Medformix compares to other EMRs. Crowell Systems has written several major upgrades over the time that I've been using the system, and Medformix was one of the first systems to become ONC ATCB certified once those standards were released, so I've never had any reason to explore any other system. The only thing I can add along those lines is that I firmly believe that having my own in-office server is well worth the cost. I don't spend any time waiting for Medformix like I would with a cloud-based system, no matter what the office internet connection speed may be. One of the key features that improves efficiency in my office is the practice traffic controller. Every patient who comes into the office for anything other than an injection gets checked into the PTC, where they are assigned user-defined statuses based on what's going on with them. For this example, we've checked a few of my office staff into the PTC. At a glance, I can tell who is in the office and where they are, in the waiting room and ready to be roomed, in an exam room, in the rhinoscopy room, etc. There are also codes to identify what is going on with the patient. If they're waiting to see me, if there are skin tests on, if one of my nurses is in the room with the patient, if they're ready to be checked out, and etc. At any time, I can glance at the PTC and know who is in the office, what's going on with them, and more importantly, where I need to go next. The single most important feature in my estimation is sort of the Rodney Dangerfield of EMRs, the navigation by numeric keypad. Numbered menus get no respect in this mouse-based world, but I can't emphasize enough the speed that this allows. Rather than constantly moving my hand from the keyboard to the mouse, tracking over to the screen to get precisely where I want to click, and then bringing my hand back to the keyboard, I can move to where I need to be without moving my hands. After using the system for only a few months, you get a sense for the numeric options you need to use, so you can literally fly through the screens with a speed unequaled by any mouse-based system, so that you can actually find the information you need to know as fast or faster than you can with a paper chart. In the example on your screen, I'd like to show you a couple of things. Please remember that this video isn't a tutorial. I think it's important for you to simply see how fast you can obtain information with this system, not getting into the individual steps involved. But using these example patients in the PTC, I can go into an exam room, log into the workstation, log into the PTC so that my staff know which room I'm in if they need to find me, and bring up the plan page of my last visit so I know what I changed last time and what I need to address at this visit. Then I can move to the assessment from the last visit, and if I need to, I can go back to take a look at the history page of the initial visit with me as a new patient. As you can see, this type of navigation is much faster than clicking on radio buttons or drop-down menus with a mouse. Medformix has facilities to enter skin tests and track allergy injections. The unique feature of the injection module that both my patients and staff love is that injection patients can simply scan a credit card-sized barcode that we give them, which checks them into the system, and then alerts the nurses that they're in the office, tells my staff where their vials are in the rack I've built for the refrigerator, and processes the billing information, all without the patient needing to stop at the front desk. This makes getting injections so quick and easy that my patients are much more compliant and more likely to continue getting their injections for a full course of immunotherapy. As far as practice building goes, the most important feature to my referring physicians is the generation of referral letters. These are completely customizable in Medformix. I can pull any field of my choosing from the chart into the referral letter. I have chosen to include only the portions that my referring physicians actually read, the history, assessment, and plan. So rather than the 8-page data dumps that they get from other allergists, my referral letters are typically a single page and include a disclaimer at the bottom that I'll send them the full visit note upon request, which is a built-in feature of Medformix as well. I also use the system to track the information preferences of my referrers. I send a one-page questionnaire with the first referral letter asking for their health system affiliation and whether they want to get a letter from me every time I see the patient, only after those visits during which I change the patient's medications, or if they just want 1 or 2 letters during my initial evaluation up until I've written an action plan and have settled on a medication regimen that best suits their patient. I use the health system affiliation so that I can refer patients within their primary care physician's system when I need to order ancillary services such as laboratory or radiology. In summary, Medformix is a robust EMR and practice management system, and Crowell Systems has demonstrated the commitment and flexibility to ensure that the system meets the needs of me and their other clients in the future. Their tech support has always been prompt and courteous with any user issues that have arisen, and have been able to deal with the occasional hardware or software glitch in the office in ways that keeps me seeing patients. Except the one time a car accident took out the power to my building for 2 hours, but that was a bit beyond their control. I have been very happy with Medformix as both the system and my practice have evolved over the past 10 years, and I would recommend that you seriously consider purchasing Medformix for your practice. Please feel free to contact me if you would like a user perspective on any aspect of the system.